Welcome, Kiss Army, to a new exciting look at History. From four longtime fans, the show where we dive into the band with its songs, albums, makeup, no makeup, makeup again, products galore, and the events surrounding it. Join us this month as we cover the final of the four 1978 Kiss solo albums, and then we move on. This is Paul Stanley, and this is Critical Kiss, 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 kiss.
Let's go make some pizza, Stanley Tucci.
Cap on this past month, we are now at 309 subscribers, up from 298, I believe, last month at time of recording. So we're moving on up to the east side, and yeah, you guys are doing great. Love the watch time. The podcast version on Apple Podcasts and Spotify has blown up in the last couple of months. Appreciate the support there as well. Make sure you like this video. Comment down below. Tell us what you think about the Paul Stanley 1978 solo album. Tell us what you think about the show. Tell us what you would like to see differently, what you'd like to stay the same, what you want more of. Who's your favorite host? And, of course, we're going to do our little introductions, but make sure all of these guys, not so much me, this is pretty much my only channel now, but make sure to go follow and subscribe to all these handsome and attractive, powerful gentlemen on the screen here. We're not in Las Vegas. We're at our undisclosed locations.
I'm Brant from In My Head channel on YouTube, on Instagram, and TikTok and Twitter, but mostly YouTube and Instagram. And that's where I kind of like to stay. And anyway, yeah, I make Kiss videos and other things and do other stuff. And so come and hang out, check out. Sometimes these guys are there. Sometimes Rick's there. Sometimes Carla's there a lot. And so just come and hang out sometime.
Oh, by the way, before we do any more introductions, make sure you pick this up because we didn't talk about it in the news. Wax Night on Amazon. I left a review with a picture of me.
Yes, thank you for that. Thank you very much.
Yes,
I meant to message you and say thank you for that.
My pleasure. We got to get this baby flying off the shelves.
I will say thank you to anyone who's picked that up, and thank you to you guys. That Halloween day, that book debuted at 5 in the heavy metal charts.
Nice.
Badass, dude.
There was Ozzy, Iron Maiden, System of a Down, another Ozzy, and Large Marge sitting there at number 5.
There you go.
That's awesome.
That's so awesome, dude.
Very well
I'm so
deserved.
proud of you, man.
That was very cool to see Ozzy and Iron Maiden and Large Marge all in the same little square.
That's
very
awesome.
Cool.
Now you just got to sign mine.
Yeah.
Well,
if I ship
in the thank yous, it says we'll crack a beer one day.
Yeah,
that's right.
Do I need to ship mine to you to get it signed, or are you just gonna you're just gonna sign it whenever I come and visit Wax Night 2.0?
We're all gonna hook up at some point.
There you go.
Dude, I'm proud of you. This is so awesome. Like I said, when one of us does something like this, it's amazing.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
Agonizing back and hip pain. What else you want to know? My channel, AJ's Happy Fun
I need to
Time
eat
channel.
so I can take my back pill.
That's right. Exactly. AJ's Happy Fun Time channel. I put little bits and pieces here and there once in a while on YouTube, Instagram. I don't even know my own damn name. AJ something Zetro 75
underscore AJ or Zetro 1975.
I mean, it's private, so you got to pay to play. You got to send me some money if you want to see my content.
If you want to see your what?
That's right. Yes,
your content.
I'm going over. I'm transitioning to OnlyFans channel debuts next month. Give you a little sneak preview.
I'm in on that.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Can we pay extra to hang ornament from your cock tent?
You pay extra not to take anything else. Maybe it might be in the books, but yeah, it's about it. Instagram's.
It might be in the bush. All right.
Instagram's wrestling, horror, kiss, metal, whatever. Food, beer, it's just whatever I feel like posting. The majority is horror stuff and kiss stuff and stuff like that. So that's about it. I lead a simple life. I'm old now. Just gonna
guest on a lot of horror podcasts too, right?
Yeah, I've been on my buddy Grandy's Graveyard. I've been on my other buddy Will and Jeff's Cabinet of Dr. Howdy. I just did a horror trivia on another guy's thing a couple weeks ago. That was fun, but I think it's only a Patreon viewable thing, so you can hear me talk.
So you have
out
your
of my
content out.
I came in second out of 6 of us, so not bad.
There you go.
So that's about it. I lead a simple life.
Well, we love you.
Oh, thanks.
Yes.
Love you guys. All right, I'll see you.
I'm Rick. It's All For You Demon on YouTube and Instagram, and I mainly just celebrate the fun of this band. It's all about fun to me. It's all about, there's a lot of collecting stuff, but it's all just about the spirit of fun.
Amen.
Wow. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Hang on. Break. Okay. Silent mode. There we go.
There we go.
And I'm Charles Nelson Riley. And I'm Tommy. You can follow me at Critical Kiss 1 on Instagram and Clairvoyant Audiophiles, whatever. I have a personal one. Yeah, whatever. Just find me. You can find me on the internet. It's not hard. You can find anybody if you look hard enough. And yes, more than anything, I want you guys to follow these guys because they are the inspirado behind not just Desperado by the Eagles, because you would confuse those two things, but they are the inspiration of why this channel is still going, because after the last couple of months that I've had, there's been a few times where I'm like, fuck it, I'm not going to do anything anymore because I don't have time, I don't have the energy. But when I talk to these guys pretty much on a daily basis, it kind of pulls me out of it a little bit. So I thank these guys. Go buy Rick's book. And I haven't even started filling mine out yet. I think I'm going to start doing that tomorrow because I want to do it on wax night. I want to do it on Friday nights. I want to watch Rick's new video, and then I want to fill out my book. So
tomorrow's is fun. We go down a rabbit hole of some crazy Italian prism stickers.
Ooh, fun. But yeah, so yeah, follow the show, and I'll respond there, and then follow these guys and subscribe to their YouTubes and all that stuff, and go buy merch. All the links are in the description. I've been pretty good about it the last couple of months. But yeah, so let's talk critical moments.
All right. So all videos we've done before, we talk about how critical the solo albums are. I mean, that's a moot point at this point in time. Critical, non-critical, critical misstep, however you want to look at it, however you want to view it. I think for the most part, as a consensus of us as four individuals, that we've said that this was very critical to the band. Even if it was maybe a little detrimental, a lot detrimental, because of just all the merchandise and stuff that it generated behind us, and the influence of it creating colors that not only span Kiss but also go beyond Kiss, and it's just those colors that we associate. We see red, and I can see red just anywhere, and it's just like red Gene, blue Ace. So when it comes to Paul's album, I think it's very critical, because it is one of the albums that the general consensus is, and I know one of our members on the screen does not agree with this lineup, this ranking, but it's
Who?
Paul's album. Depending on what camp you're listening to, is considered either the best solo album or the second best solo album, probably by a large majority of the Kiss fans. And me personally, it is probably, to me, to pick a favorite Kiss album is like kind of trying to pick a favorite kid, because just like with my own kids, I love them all equally, but there's times that I like or dislike them variably because of how they're acting at a particular time. And with the Kiss albums, it's like I like them all equally, but sometimes I like them different ones more or less depending on the mood I'm in or what time of year it is. Me and Rick and Carla made a video about on my channel, my last video about seasonal albums or whatever. It was the video before seasonal Kiss albums. Like, what season does it feel to you? And so a lot of times, if it's that season, it hits a little harder for you. I think Paul's album is very critical in that, and it's really cool that like he self-produced this along with Jeff Glicksman I think Jeff Glicksman produced about 4 of the tracks, and he didn't have a very big production crew. He basically had Bob Kulick, which Bob Kulick is the GOAT on this album. And so that was his lead guitarist, and Paul did some leads. He had basically 2 bass players that played. One played on side A, one played on side B. He had 3 drummers. One, for the most part, played on side A. The other one, for the most part, played on side B. And you had Carmine Appice, or Appice, however you say his name. Take your pick. He played that monster performance on "Take Me Away" together as one. And then he had some singers, piano players, but Paul did a lot of the heavy lifting himself, even producing 5 of the songs, and having most of this album recorded by the end of February of '78, before Phantom was filmed. So that squashes, we talked about a little bit offline before we started recording, that considering he started in February, finished most of the album before February, and then kind of wrapped it up in June and July after Phantom, kind of squashes that story of they say that they decided to do the solo albums prior to Phantom. And so you could insert the Paul Stanley clip. I don't believe it.
I don't believe it.
And Rick, you showed something kind of in the pre thing too. Another reason why you believe this to be true.
Yeah. The solo belt buckles. The fact that these are copywritten 77 proves that they were really made for Love Gun. Has Love Gun artwork on it. And why would you pull 4 belt buckles to set, obviously the decision was made, to me, the decision was made to do a solo album before Love Gun was even released. So I'm sure that's why they did this. Because I mean, you wouldn't you wouldn't make solo album belt buckles in 1977. You know.
Yeah. I really kind of agree with that. I mean, they made them. Why didn't they put them in the merch form for Love Gun? Why did they pull them and not offer them until the solos?
Mm-hmm.
It really doesn't make sense. But yeah, I think that Paul's album is, to me, I'm not saying that it's the first best or the second best, just comparing it to itself, putting it in a vacuum, comparing it to itself. I think in a lot of ways it's a masterpiece. It's a masterclass in songwriting. It's a masterclass in production. The songs and the lyrics have depth to them, and there's a lot of meat on these bones when it comes to these songs. Not a lot of empty calories. You know, even though Ace's album just rocks the crap out of, you know, your stereo when you put it on, sometimes the lyrics were a little thin. Even though the production was always there, and even though his was a masterpiece in its own way, Paul, you know, put together a really good album. And we'll go into that when we kind of talk about the tracks a little bit. But I think this album, once again, because it's part of the 4 solo albums, is very critical. Coming back to my experience with it before I pass it on to AJ, believe it or not, when I was a kid, Paul Stanley was not he wasn't really my favorite musician of Kiss. He was probably my 4th, because I liked Peter and Ace. So those were my 2 favorite musicians. I was a drummer, or Peter, you know, caused me to pick up sticks and start drumming. My sister liked Ace. My best friend liked Gene. You know, Scott liked Gene. None of us in our circle really liked Paul. I don't know why we didn't, but we just didn't. We didn't like Paul very much. It wasn't that we didn't like him. It's just we didn't like him as much as we liked the rest of the band. So Paul never really got a whole lot of cred from us. He never really got a whole lot of respect. And so even though I got all 4 of the solo albums at the same time, my mom purchased them for me whenever they went on sale. Paul's was one I kind of slept on. I listened to Peter's and Ace's and Gene's a lot because me and my sister and my best friend liked those albums and liked those members. So we listened to those albums a lot. I didn't really come to appreciate Paul's album until I was probably in my teens. And that's when I really started going back and listening to Paul's album. And I was like, damn, this is a good album. And it's very much a Kiss album in a lot of ways. There's a lot of Kiss songs on here. So that's just my experience with it. And I think it's a very critical album to the catalog, to the band, to everything.
Well, it's definitely my second favorite of the group, and it was an early on one I got Alive 2, and I got that and Peter's solo albums probably within a few months of each other. That's majority of my Kiss records were September or after because of my birthday and then Christmas. So that's like a lot of, you guys talk about like the seasons and the of Kiss albums. A lot of them are winter albums for me and fall albums because that's just what I got. So, but yeah, it was. I still wish I had the original. It scratched the shit, and you know what I did to the Peters one, but I like it a lot. It's like I said, it's my second favorite. Good memories there. Had with the poster and cutting off the weird bits on the side to make it even because I didn't realize that they all locked together. And it hung on my wall. You know, the Paul Stanley solo album poster hung on my wall next to the Love Gun one that would always fall on my head and scare the shit out of me in the middle of the night. So. good and horrifying memories at the same time. But it's my second favorite for sure.
It's my third favorite, and I have a memory of probably about 1989 collecting the back catalog on CD, and I kind of got to experience what a kid in the 70s would experience because I remember holding the Sound Saver CD at Musicland in the mall, and I had maybe $12 on me. The CD's $9.99, and I wanted to buy it so bad, but you just didn't know what it sounded like. You'd never heard any of these songs. You've heard other Kiss songs on Smashes, so you knew oh, I can get that record. It's got Hotter Than Hell on it, and I can get that record. It's got Love Gun. But everything was foreign to me. So I didn't buy it. I remember putting it back and just thinking about it all weekend long. And finally, when I did get it, I loved it because it is so Kiss-like. But it's my third favorite of the four. But, it is good. Masterclass is a great word to use for it.
Yeah, and I'm similar because, like Rick, I was late to the party. Mine was because my parents just didn't have sex, before everybody else's. So I got Paul's second, even though Paul is what was my favorite member of Kiss right out of the gate. I just loved it because my whole personality was always over the top and trying to always be the entertainer in my family and make everybody laugh and just always performing. I was doing talent shows in first and second grade, singing, because that's what I wanted to be my entire life. And so I got Paul's second, and I got Ace's first. I got Ace's at Sam Goody, I remember. And then Paul's I got through Columbia House, because, we all still owe Columbia House money, and I'm no different. But I remember I got Paul's Hotter Than Hell, Alive 1, and what else did I get? I want to say Rock and Roll Over in that shipment. And that was Christmas in the summer, because I ordered it before I went to my dad's, and it was delivered to my mom's house. And I was at my dad's when it delivered, and I got the email notification saying your package has been delivered. And I called my mom and said, will you please go to the post office and send me the Kiss CDs that I just got in the mail? And she did, and she express shipped it, so I had it in 2 days or whatever.
Oh, cool.
And it was awesome. I was so excited when I opened that box and just saw that purple highlight of that, because it was on top, which made it that much better. I'm getting goosebumps talking about it, but it wasn't to me about the worry of what it was going to sound like. It was more of how much is Paul gonna I remember having this thought, is Paul gonna be the only voice on this album? How much guitar is Paul actually playing on it? This and that, and and then over the years you deep dive and go down rabbit holes and stuff. But I remember putting this on and Tonight You Belong to Me starting for the first time, and I was like, oh man, come on, it's gonna be like this, and then and I was like, oh fuck yes, here we go, baby. And from there on, I mean, it has its, I wouldn't say low points, but it's mid-range, because this album, like everybody says, it's the most Kiss-like of the four. Ace's album is amazing, and on any given day, those two albums flip for me, 1, 2. And I've done rankings before where I've had Ace's higher, and I've done rankings that I've had Paul's higher. So it all really depends on the day. And like I said, Paul was my original favorite. Me and Brant did this album on his channel. That was our first video together. So this album to me has a special place, and I actually put this vinyl on last night. My wife was playing a game on her phone, laying in bed. And in my room, I put this album on, and I plugged this baby in, and I played the entire album from top to bottom. And I wasn't just playing the songs, I was performing. I mean, I was doing the stutter steps and the hip sways and all. Dude, I had the best fucking time. And my wife is just hysterically laughing. She's like, "You're ridiculous, you know that." And I was like, "Well, I mean, he didn't play all these songs live ever, but this is how I would imagine him do." So yes, like Brant had his moment where he was a 9-year-old kid again this week. I did that last night, and I had a blast.
That's the best thing about being a Kiss fan is you can grab an album and sit on the living room floor and have fun.
Yeah. So like last month when we were taking digs at Paul, it was all in good fun. I love Paul Stanley.
Yeah.
He has no idea who I am though. And anything that I say about him or poke fun at, him nor his bank account give two flying shits or fucks what I think or say.
Mm-hmm.
And if I had him on a podcast, or if I met him in person, it would be the same thing. I would be nothing but showing gratitude and giving thanks for everything that he's done. But I would also say, by the way, I've poked fun at you before, just so you know.
Yep.
I will say real quick on that note, he's the only member of Kiss that I've ever met. And I've never met Ace or Peter, but he's of Gene and Paul. He's the one that intimidated the living fuck out of me.
Really?
There's something about him. It's like that overconfidence or like aura that you're just kind of like, and especially when he has the makeup on. When I did my picture, I looked up and saw that star, and I was just like, "Holy crap!"
I almost wonder if it's his eyebrows, because when he doesn't have his makeup on, I always find myself like looking at his eyebrows, and he's got this kind of like almost like scorning look about him, where you're like,
mom look.
I can't tell if you're mad, if you're happy, if you're upset, or just disappointed. Like if I met him, I would be like, I know you don't want to be here. Yeah. I know you don't care about what I have to say, and that's why I've chosen not to meet the band, because I just can't do it.
Yeah. I've seen videos of people like walking up to Paul and seeing him out and about, you know, and you never know what kind of day they're having or what they're in the middle of doing, whether they're late to be somewhere or whether they're just trying to get from point A to point B and don't want to be bothered. But Paul just always seems to have this, you know, Rick said confidence. To me, it's always came through, and I say this word, and it has a negative connotation to it, but I don't really fully mean it negative. But Paul has this arrogance about him, like he is better than you.
Yeah.
And that even though you're a fan that may have spent thousands and tens of thousands of dollars on stuff that he or his people that have licensed under his name and his image have put out, he doesn't know you jack. He doesn't know you nothing. And I think Gene, but honestly, I find I've never met Paul or Gene. I don't think I'd want to. I met Peter, and Peter, even though it was a very brief encounter, Peter was very humble. I could have met Ace whenever I went and saw him. I just didn't want to pay the 100 or 150, whatever it costs to go meet him. Kind of in hindsight, I was like, maybe I should, even though most likely it would just been a, hey, how you doing? And then he's always
thumbs up,
looking like he don't want to be there. You know, I mean, that's just, he could have RBF, who knows? But I would feel more comfortable meeting Gene over meeting Paul, just because I feel like at least Gene would, you know, acknowledge me being there and acknowledge that, hey, but Paul, he just, I don't know.
I think, Tommy, it goes back to like what you were saying when you open the box. I think because I still am very fascinated by Paul. Like he's probably my all-time favorite. And there was something about that star. I just remember because they're taller than you, and like looking up and seeing that star, and you're just like, holy crap, I've just seen this my entire life, you know?
And there it is.
Yeah. It's like right there next to you. And it's like perfect and just kind of melts you.
Yeah. I can see that.
I would cry 100%.
Yeah, I know. That's be my fear. I'm like,
I love you so much.
But
And
did
my
you ever
wife's like signing divorce papers on the spot. Like,
yeah, turn in your man card. But do you guys ever watch that video I sent you where he bought that table that he got that?
yeah.
He was pretty cool. I thought there. Maybe it's like a situational thing. Like he was at home, him in his house with his surroundings with his shit, and you wouldn't think he'd be like talking to the guys. The guys are just like guys that made a table for me, but he was actually pretty cool with them. I mean, he probably spent fucking $50,000+ in that damn table.
That was an
Did you
expensive
see the
table,
fear in
dude.
the guy's eyes when the table wasn't level?
Yeah.
Like the two guys are like down there, like with cardboard, like.
Coasters.
But he seemed, they were talking to him, and he seemed generally like, they're not going to be his best friends, but he was actually. But I do get like that vibe for him too. Like if we saw him out somewhere, or even if you paid to see him, you might not.
Yeah,
and I don't think he would do it on purpose. It's just like he's
That's
got
just
shit
how
to
he
do.
is.
I think
Yeah.
Maybe he's got shit to do. I don't know.
I think that's just his way. I think he's just been who he is for so long that
Yeah.
that is
Well,
how
his
he
whole
is.
life,
That is how he is now.
I've seen
He is
interviews
a-
with him and Gene, and he seems kind of like aloof to Gene, and like, all right.
And I'm gonna 80s gush here, but let's give it to the man too for the most inspirational fucking believe in yourself quotes, even if they're fabricated or over the top.
Canned answers.
He has just given the greatest one-liners, like, you know what? I'm gonna be a rock star too. Because he said
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
You kind of go to school the next day with a little chip on your shoulder, feeling good about yourself because
little spring in your step.
Little tortilla chip. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right, AJ. I think it's situational. I think if you walked up to him and struck up a conversation about like if he was looking at a vase in a store window or something, he was looking at it, and you're like, oh yeah, what do you think about that? You struck up a conversation with him. It's not going to be like, oh, it's just another fucking fanboy who wants to know what guitar I played on Mr. Speed, or what settings I have my amps at on stage, or what, shit like that. Like the nerd questions that we all like to ask, or we think about asking if we had the opportunity. And those are two of my questions. But like if you're at the grocery store like Dice, and you're at Whole Foods and you walk in and there's Paul Stanley in the aisle and you walk over and you'd be like, are you getting some supplies for your pizzas? I mean, I'm not gonna do that, but I would think that,
He's buying
what kind of yeast? What brand of yeast are you getting?
You ever thought about anchovies, olives?
Watch out! That yeast might be infected.
Yeah.
I'd do that to Gene because he would.
But then you
laugh at
remember
that
back
joke.
during COVID, we try to forget COVID, but when we were all shut in and Paul and them were shut in, he did those series of videos just from his home where he was breaking down how he played songs and stuff. That was really cool. It's like, okay, that's the Paul I'd want to hang out with.
Yeah.
That
was the coolest surprise of COVID was the little Paul Stanley little clips.
The Bruce Kulick clips. I mean,
those two.
All these guys were shut in and everything, and you didn't really see anything out of any of the other Kiss members, but you saw like Bruce breaking down how he did things, and Paul breaking down some solos or breaking down some riffs, and I mean, I thought that was really cool. I just think that if I always went in order of meeting people, I always wanted to be like Peter, Ace, Gene, Paul. It's like Paul and Gene are almost tied. It's just I like the guys so much that they say one of the biggest mistakes you can ever make is meeting your heroes. Because You don't want it to leave like a bad taste in your mouth. But really, at the end of the day, they really don't own us. They don't owe us anything. I mean, they
Well,
Well, they
really
do
don't.
own us.
Oh, they own it. Well, yeah, they own our wallets. Yeah, but
Yes.
at the end of the day, and even Neil Peart, however you say it, Peart. I saw one time he talked about how that he really didn't like for fans to like try to come up and get things from him, like if he was just out walking about, because he was like, fans get mad at me and they act like I owe them something, but I don't owe them anything. You buy my records, you paid for the record, you got the record. You come to my shows, you pay to come to my shows, you get played for and entertained. Outside of that, I don't really owe you anything.
Yeah. We paid for the service.
Right.
And
Yeah.
if we were satisfied or not is by our own taste and opinion. But yeah, I mean, I don't think they owe me anything.
And you always hear
I
people,
just wish they handled their business a little differently
Well,
sometimes.
if I was
Mhm.
famous, I'd sign every autograph. Yeah, right. Sure you would.
Mhm.
Sure you would. No, you'd get tired of if you signed every autograph to every fan that ever asked you one when you were in public, you'd never get anywhere. You'd never get anything done. If you stopped and signed for one, by the time you ever been at the beach and you fed one seagull?
Yep.
Yeah.
What happens if the other seagulls see you feeding one seagull? You're surrounded within seconds of every
You're in a
seagull.
flock of seagulls.
A flock of
There you
seagulls.
go. And you're just trying to run.
It'd be the same thing
Yeah.
on the street, and you never know who's in their right mind and who's not.
Some
So, I
nut
mean,
job.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I don't know how we
Yeah.
got on
I
that.
don't know, but yeah, I mean, the part of them not owing Elvis went from the stage to the car for a reason.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was very generous with his time. You see videos of him signing stuff for people all the time. People post stories on the internet all the time about how, they met Elvis, or their mom met Elvis, or their grandma, played with Elvis's ding dong or whatever. Like, you hear those stories and you're like, yeah, he was, a really nice, generous guy. He was generous with his time because he felt like he did owe something because he came from nothing. And I that's one of the things that I find interesting about people.
With
But
Elvis,
like, I'm not to the point with celebrity where I just like fawn over it. Like,
No.
I'm appreciative of Kiss 100%. I'm obsessed. But like, I would never like mob somebody. Like, that's not my style.
No.
Yeah.
No, with Elvis, he was out of the place so fast, his band would still be playing him out.
Yeah.
Playing that, ba-da-ba-da-ba, they'd get done playing. The announcer, Elvis has left the building. Thank you and good night.
He's already back at the plane or the
Yeah.
hotel by that point.
Did Elvis ever meet Kiss? I know he met Alice. Did he ever meet Kiss?
No.
He had to have loved the show.
His stepbrother played him Kiss Alive. And he really liked Let Me Go Rock and Roll off of Alive.
Wow.
His stepbrother was on a podcast, and he said he played Kiss Alive for him. And Elvis was looking at the cover of Kiss Alive, and when he heard Let Me Go Rock and Roll, he goes, I get it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now I know they met Orion. There's a picture of them.
Yeah. I
gotta watch that.
Which I sent it to AJ.
I still think Orion is his brother.
That's so wild.
I
remember downloading that stuff when Napster was a thing. Like, what is Orion? Like, I was so enthralled by that whole story, and that documentary is great.
Don't we have a box of Kleenex? That's for sure.
Yeah, it's a sad story. All right,
well, I just derailed this entire thing.
It's okay. We're good.
This is that whole thing we were talking about earlier. It's just that
it's entertaining.
There. Yep. All right, so
I'll trim it.
So tracks.
Not my bush, but
you can keep the Orion stuff in there because we talk about Kiss, but
yeah.
So we get into tracks. Let's see. Track number 1, Tonight You Belong to Me. Talked about how this song starts. I think just with the very first track of this album, Paul showed that he meant business, and this first track has so much in it. Starting off with just that suspended acoustic guitar, and I do remember Paul, Tommy. I remember feeling kind of like you that very first time when he starts. He got, here's this album, here's Paul. You're used to him singing all these songs, and his voice at this time was just so strong, and then he comes in with "In a Dream," and you're like,
a long time ago.
You're like, what is going on? It's like, Ace smacks you in the face with "Rip It Out," coming in just blaring, and then here comes in Paul "In a Dream," but when that guitar kicks in, and then he comes into that with "I Know You're Leaving," you're like,
and you get like that little bit of feedback.
Yeah. You're like, okay, yeah. Now this is where we need to be. Tonight You Belong to Me. It's really weird about what you're going to hear me say a lot as far as like critical to the album, critical to the catalog, critical history. It's going to sound like that I really don't like a lot of songs on this album, but I will talk about the songs more, not really in depth, but I will mention the ones I like and what I don't really like, but just kind of separating what I do like and what I don't like. I really had to do it with this album because there's some songs on here that I don't really care for, but that doesn't mean they're not critical or not. So, but Tonight You Belong to Me, I definitely critical to the album. I'd say critical to the catalog, yes, but not really so much critical to history because I don't think this song like changed anything as far as it didn't add or didn't take away from history. So I'd say for me, the first song is a yes, yes, no.
Great opening track. It really is. As far as opening track goes, for the album, I'd say it's critical. Yeah, everything else probably not. He does hit you in the face with that nice little softness, and then kicks it into high gear. But I give it a yes album, and no to the other two.
I was a fan of Rock and Roll Over before I bought Paul, and so Tonight You Belong to Me reminded me of. I just lost my train of thought.
I want you.
Yes, thank you. I was like, what's the song? It very much reminded me of "I Want You," and then my 15-year-old mind was like, "This is cool because this is Paul's version of Black Diamond," because it kind of has that vibe too.
Yeah,
I love the track, amazing opening, everything you just said, Brant. I would say critical to the album, critical to history because it's on the box set. And that box set was very important to my life.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to sound bad too, because I'm going to say none of the solo material is really critical to Kiss. Besides, I think Ace's material is critical to Kiss. But so I'll probably say no on critical to Kiss for all of Paul's tracks, but well, maybe not the next one, but definitely yes, no.
I'm going to go yes across the board. Yes, because it's a great opening track. Nothing else should have opened this. I think as far as the catalog goes, it's critical because I think overall, if we did a poll of all of Kiss fans, Kiss Army, whatever, I think this would be the favorite song off this album. Maybe one other. It honestly, this is a 1A, 1B situation. There's another song that I like probably just as much. And I'll say history, and I was going to say the same thing Rick said, the box set. Having that song on there kind of it makes you feel like Paul thinks that it's critical. It's the most critical from his album to put it on the box set. Or maybe he thought it was the best song. And he played it on his solo tour in '89. He played it on his solo tour for Live to Win. Which he played a few of those. But yeah, I'm going to say yes across the board. This might be the only track from this album that gets that treatment, though.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah.
Is it the Kiss My Ass or Kiss Unplugged video where they talk about Paul reusing this riff for Sure Know Something? Is that what they talk about?
It
Where
probably would have been Kiss My Ass.
Where Gene says, I thought it was during Unplugged where Gene says, when Paul likes a riff, he uses it again, and they play Sure Know Something, and it's the Tonight You Belong to Me riff, right? Bo no 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 no. Bo no 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 no.
Yeah, it is.
No no
It
no.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
Now Gene says that, but he also likes to use "Let Your Backbone Slip" in every other song. So
Right.
Maybe it was a convention clip.
maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, there was some clip where Gene mentions like when Paul likes a riff, he uses it over and over again.
Let us know in the comments if you know for sure.
Okay.
All right.
I'm leaving that in.
Track 2, Move On. Like I said, separating myself from the tracks. This is one of those that I think this is a horrible second track. If he's going to put this on this, in my opinion, if he was going to put this on the album, he should have pushed it further down into the album. I felt like it was a big drop off of energy from the first track. I don't really care for Move On. I never really liked the whole when I was just a baby mama set me the kind of little and then the background singers, the gospel background singers. But I think it's critical to the album because they played it live.
Mhm.
So I think it makes it kind of critical to. This is one of those where I think it's almost I think it's a yes, 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 even though it's a song that I'm not really a fan of because it is on this album. It was played live, and it's a song that is not the most well-known song, but people know it. But I really don't have any really good thing to say about it. But I do think it's if I remove myself, like I said I was going to do, I think it's a yes, yes, yes.
I never minded this song too much. I didn't really care for the gospel singers, as I got older. As a kid, I did like that opening line. There's something about the opening line as a kid, I like that. I don't know why, but in the City album, Critical, maybe the history, yeah, because you're like you said, they did play it live, so I don't know. I probably the only yes I would give it would be in history, I think, and no on the other two.
I would actually give this one 3 yeses because critical to the album because everyone knows it, right? Like you guys said, critical to the catalog because it was played live. And I just remember I loved the Largo bootleg VHS when I was a kid so much. And he messes up in that song, like he forgets the lyrics and he's kind of just bobbing his head. And then he like comes back in. And I just remember like my, teenage mind, I was like, oh, that's from his solo record. Like, oh, they're playing solo songs, because you didn't, you're just naive. So I would say yes, all across the board on this one, but not my favorite, not my go-to by any means. But kind of like you, Aaron, like it is peppy and kind of puts you in a good mood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that old school rock and roll vibe to it. It's very, Stray Cats, rockabilly type, when I was just a baby, like if it was just slowed down a little bit, it would be total like stand up upright bass, taking it for a walk, Um, yeah, I'm indifferent on the song. I can take it or leave it. I'll give it Critical the album, but I'm also with Brant. I think this should have been that next to last, like right before Goodbye. Like it's like you're moving on, goodbye, blah blah blah. That like tell the story a little better, like we talked about in that episode. I'll give it Critical to history based on it being played live. I wish they would have played Tonight You Belong to Me live. Because I think that would have been a cool like that. I Want You, 100,000 Years. Put Tonight You Belong to Me in that spot where he can kind of rap a little bit. But I don't see how I can put it critical to the catalog. But I see where you put critical to the catalog as far as they played it live. So, I mean, it makes sense. I think that's interchangeable with history to an extent.
Yeah.
But either way, 2 yeses, 1 no.
Yeah. And I will, you did mention that, and I will do a little shameless plug for mine and Tommy's video that we made. Anybody that wants to jump over once you finish watching this video, go over to In My Head and look into the back catalog of videos. Me and Tommy broke down how this album, in fact, if tracked a certain way, can be a concept album talking about the discovery, the inception, and the end and the demise of a relationship.
Yeah,
you track it a certain way, you could totally do it.
Reefer, were you guys smoking?
that episode is one of my favorite podcast episodes I've ever done. Because I mean, it was fun to look at it that way.
Yep, a concept album that tells the story of a relationship from beginning to end.
That's awesome.
Yep. So track number 2, one of my personal favorites on this album. I love Ain't Quite Right. I love how it just starts off real so slow. And from the very beginning, this is one of those Paul Stanley Constructions masterclass, little bluesy, where he's like, or Bob Ross.
There.
You were standing and I was thinking, and he goes, of all the times that I spent hanging around. I mean, it's just like, oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. Those little bluesy things. And it's just got those little hits on it. I mean, but it never really kicks into high gear. It's just chill. So it's a good middle track, middle side song. A little bit of lull in the middle, but that's good. That's usually, if you want to lull it out, that's where you would do it. But I say it's critical to the album. But if you're not a like a Paul Stanley solo album fan, you don't know this song. You don't know the words to it other than "You gave me good love," but it ain't quite right. So I'd say yes and no and no.
I like this song. I like it. I like it chill too. It kind of reminds me of like a Sure Know Something kind of chill. A little break there. I don't know who does the lead parts in it. Because he does some of them, right? Paul Stanley.
Yeah, but he only does lead on one of the songs later on in the album. Pretty much it's all Bob Kulick.
Now, I don't know if he was told to do this or if he was just but I personally think he's channeling a lot of Ace in his solos. I don't know if it's the
Mhm.
guitar he's using or if someone put it into his head or if that's what he was going for. But I love him. I
He
love
definitely channels Ace on this song.
Mhm.
oh my god, yes. And I'm listening to it yesterday. I'm like, Ace could have done all these solos. It's like, and I like I said, I don't know if that was meant on purpose or if that's just something he's like it came out
I'm
of him.
gonna need you to play like Ace. I'm
Yeah.
gonna need you to play like Ace.
But we're
If
not
you
going to
want
say
another slice of this pizza, you're
we're
gonna have
not
to
going to
play
say
like
anything
Ace.
about it though. But I do like the song. I for I don't know how many yeses I give it though. Probably yes for the album and no on the other two. It's a nice chill song, and it like I said, those inner lead interludes are fucking great. I love them. It sounds like
Mhm.
Ace.
I'm gonna give it 3 no's, but I do like the song. But I just don't think, like Brant said, if you're not a Paul Stanley fan and a fan of the solo album, you will never hear this song. You won't ever know it exists. But this is the first song on this record that absolutely makes this a night record for me.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
It just has
Totally.
a night vibe,
Yep.
and it's almost like I can't listen to the Ain't Quite Right in the daytime. Like it
Mhm.
has to be nighttime, fall, cool outside.
Any rain? Any rain? A little rain or no rain at all? What's the rain forecast on that song? How do you feel? A little rainy?
No rain,
No
no rain.
rain? Okay.
One of those full moon nights where the ground looks like lit with the
Mhm.
shadows of the trees and
Yeah.
Oh
white
yeah.
clouds are like huge and puffy.
Mhm. Yeah.
Still
Totally.
nice enough to drive with the windows down, but not too cold, not too hot. Just like a nice
It just
60
ain't quite right.
degree.
Yeah, it gives you that like 80s, like I always use this analogy for songs, but it's like you're driving home after a fight with your girlfriend or whatever, and you got your
Yeah.
members only jacket with the sleeves rolled up Miami Vice style, hair's blowing in the wind. I make that analogy so many times. But I mean that's where music takes me is that setting. I guess it's the time period and the shows that I watched as a kid, It's like Miami Vice, Moonlighting, shit like that. I still love Moonlighting.
You should.
But
We all drove around too much with the hair, wind in our hair.
yeah, right? Yep. Mine's going away soon. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'll give it critical the album, no on the other two, but man, that little chicken picking bing, bing, bing,
Uh-huh.
bing,
Mhm.
is like some Buck Owens type shit on a telly or something. But then like yeah, the bluesy stuff. It's like
Mhm.
some Ace Jimi Hendrix channeled stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you've said it already on here, but in our episode, Brant, the masterclass thing. This is just such a perfectly constructed song.
Mhm.
I mean, any song on this album, give or take, I mean, you could hear it on the radio at
Yep.
any point. It's a shame that like a lot of Kiss songs are buried unless you're a Kiss fan or you buy the album for a certain song and you just play it because you bought it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But that's with a lot of a lot of stuff, but mainly Kiss because I just had this conversation with somebody at my job, and it's like you can't. Most people can't just get past that whole makeup thing.
Nope.
And the guy agreed with me. He was like, "Yeah, if you got a problem with the makeup, listen to '80s stuff. Like the songs were just as good."
Mhm.
Right.
You
And
know?
I hear this all the time and it drives me crazy. I actually saw a comment. I saw a post about Kiss or something today on Facebook and I dove into the comments to look and see what people said. And it was one of the very first comments was one of the most overrated bands ever. All they ever had was the makeup in the show. And it's
Yep.
like, no, you take away Kiss's makeup and their show, they still have good songs.
Right.
The songs are still good without the makeup and without the song, without
It's
without
still
the
a
show.
movie, damn it.
And like we talk about all the time on this show, go watch fucking Unplugged or put on Unplugged. Tell me that's not an amazing lineup of musicians playing and singing.
Oh yeah.
Paul's vocals alone on that show are nobody. I don't give a shit who it is. Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, put them up there. From Crazy Nights to about, I'd say maybe Psycho Circus. From 87 to 98, that
he's
was
still-
Paul vocal prime.
Yeah, he still sound good during Psycho Circus.
Yeah.
The Revenge Tour.
Revenge Tour.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
Revenge Tour, dude, he was Alive 3. Goodness gracious, lit.
That's one of the reasons why I love Alive 3.
Oh God, they were a beast at that point.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I hated that after the reunion and stuff, they didn't go back to what they were doing. I've said this 1,000 times. After the reunion, why didn't they put Eric and Bruce back in the band and go back to what they were doing with Carnival of Souls and that when they were legit band at that point in time? And just why continue with the tribute half tribute band and go back to being a why continue being a nostalgia band? The reason why you reunited and put the makeup back on was gone. You did it for the 4 original members. At least that's what you said. Maybe you did it for the money. But anyway, the next track, track number 4, once again, totally a Kiss song.
Yep.
Wouldn't You Like to Know Me? Another masterclass song, that building at the beginning, and then just that riff that comes in and him coming in just screaming, I'm pretty good at, he's that's the beginning of It's All Right. But how does he come in on Wouldn't You Like to Know Me? I've been loaded, but I feel all right.
All right.
Hold in tight, keep
Been
pushing
pushing and you don't get me
Well, it's a Kiss.
tonight.
This could have been on Rock and Roll Over. Could have been on Love Gun.
Yeah, and it's just those bar chords, just
Kiss
beep,
song.
beep, beep,
It's Kiss
beep,
song.
beep, beep.
But I love Wouldn't You Like to Know Me. I think it's very critical to the album, but critical to history and critical to the catalog. Not really. It's another one of those songs that unless you're a fan of the Paul Stanley solo album, you don't know it. Sadly, it's a tragedy.
That's why a lot of the solo tracks, they suffer from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They just ignored him.
Yeah, so it's a yes, no, no for me.
I like it too. It's a great song. It's a great. I don't even. For some reason, I always want to pair it up with like All American Man. Like just with the swagger or something. I don't know. It's a rocking song for the album. I like it. As far as history catalog, no on each, but it's great on the album. It's a yes on the album for me, but two no's, but that's all I got.
Yeah, it's a yes, no, no for me. But it's funny, you went Alive 2, I go Dynasty. Like this is the track that I think could have fit in with like Gene's charisma. And like if maybe there was one less Ace song, this is the song that Paul would have put on Dynasty.
Could have put this instead of like Magic Touch or something.
Oh no.
Magic Touch stays.
Shut your mouth, AJ.
We're gonna have a Perry situation next month.
He definitely needed more songs. Not that it's bad.
This is my 1A, 1B.
Oh.
Tonight You Belong to Me and Wouldn't You Like to Know Me. This song, it's this album's Mr. Speed. It should have been a fucking hit. Like it should be against the law if you are a Kiss fan and you don't love this song. I think this song is fantastic. And this was the most fun I had last night was playing this song.
Yeah.
just because I mean it's all bar chords and it's easy and fun. But I mean this is Paul Stanley. Like this is the master class. This is a rock pop extravaganza. Like this paired with Magic Touch as a single side A side B. Fuck yeah, give me that.
You need to upload guitar covers. Sorry.
No. I'll save it for next month.
You need to upload some guitar covers. This would be fun.
Yeah, I thought about recording some of my little performance last night and inserting it into the video, but
That would be awesome.
maybe a little further down the road. I'm still a little rusty on my guitar playing, so
Put the makeup on now.
Yeah.
oh, of course. No shirt. Let the chest hair hang out.
There you go.
Ample bosom.
You know, I've never put on Kiss makeup.
What?
Me neither.
Never.
Oh my god.
To me, it's always been something that they do, and I shouldn't.
I only did it to a concert once, and it's because my kids wanted me to. So I felt like that was okay.
Well,
Yeah.
that's cool.
I know I would spit it up too. It would look awful. So I'm like,
hey, Rod, you and I would have the star on the wrong eye.
yeah, we would. I put
I did that once as a kid.
Middle of the head, like that wrestler on that Nintendo game.
Starman.
Starman.
Let me tell you something that's funny, real quick. I did a series called "Becoming Kiss" about 5 years ago in October, and I filmed me doing Paul Stanley, putting the makeup on, and I filmed it, and I got done, and if you go back and you watch that video, I had to do camera trickery because I was putting the makeup on in a mirror, and in the mirror I was putting it on what looked like the correct eye, but it was a mirror image. So whenever you look at me, I was actually putting it on the wrong eye. So when I got done and I looked and I went to go film myself, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like the Kiss trash can. I'm reversed. And so what I did was I filmed it anyway, but then I flipped the video whenever I was done to
smart.
But yeah, I actually made the mistake. If you're putting it on looking in the mirror, you have to put it on the wrong eye, and it feels so weird doing it because you're actually putting it on the right eye.
I've seen so many pictures where it's on the left eye and so many pictures where it's on the wrong eye. It's like I gotta pick up something and reference it. Okay, it's this one, because so many times
this way.
I'm the same way. Like you're like
you gotta wait a minute, hold on, okay, yeah.
and the freakiest thing is every Kiss member except for Paul has asymmetrical makeup. But when you see where somebody's done an edit where they give Paul asymmetrical makeup, it's freaky looking. The double stars, it's freaky looking.
It don't look right.
It doesn't look right at all.
Like if you're a professional photographer or whatever printing pictures, you would say, hey, wait a minute, we can't flip this image because this guy's not right. And they're like, fuck it, we'll do it anyway.
It's kind of the coolest makeup because it is so simple.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
But you can't flip it.
but believe it or not, it looks very simple, but it is not. It is not.
It's hard to draw a straw.
It is not as
star.
easy to do. It's hard to draw a star and it look correct on your face.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, and I mean, we're going off subject, but if you think about it, it's so cool because like one star on someone's eye is just. It sounds like, oh, that'd be neat. But then you see Paul do it and you're like, that's freaking badass.
Yeah. The way he has to contort that star to make it look like from the front, look at pictures of Paul from the side. And you see how contorted that the one coming off of his nose is, how it looks like it's almost elongated. But when he turns and looks straight, it flattens out. It's really weird. You have to draw it on your face to make it look correct, looking straight on at it. And then as soon as he kind of turns to the side, you'll see it kind of contort. And then
it looks wonky.
That doesn't happen with the rest of the guy's makeup. It looks the same kind of sideways as it does flat on, but it's something about the geometry of a star. It's really weird. And think about it, in essence, how Paul wanted to be so different from the rest of the band, that everybody else is drawing stuff symmetrical on their face, doing both sides, and Paul's like puts one star on, puts some lipstick on, little eyeliner around his eye, colors in his eyebrow, and he's like, okay, I'm done. I'm the star here.
I got songs already.
So the last track on the first side, track number 5, my personal favorite on this album, and probably maybe in the top 3 of my favorite all-time Paul Stanley songs. Take Me Away Together is one. Masterpiece. It is flawless. There's nothing wrong with it from beginning to end. There's nothing wrong with it. And it's just all the stars aligning perfectly. You got Paul, you got Bruce Kulick, Carmine Appice, however you want to say his name, and I can't remember who plays the bass. Steve Buslow. He played the bass on side 1. It really surprised me Paul didn't play bass, but he just chose to play everything else. He plays lead and some acoustic and the EBow and all these other things, but didn't play any bass on the album, at least from what I know. I mean, somebody may tell me different, but I think it's critical to the album. I think it's critical to the catalog, but I don't really think it's critical. Well, in a way, it might be critical to history. I originally put yes, no, but I'm kind of second guessing myself, because this is one of the songs that Kiss fans know. Even if they aren't fans of the Paul Stanley solo album, they know this song just because of its hugeness of the song that it is. Because I've asked people before, I mean, like, hey, what's your favorite song off Paul Stanley's solo album? And I've had so many people say to me before, oh, I love Take Me Away. I mean, that's just like more than any other song I hear people say. It's usually either Tonight You Belong to Me, Take Me Away, or It's All Right. Those are the 3 that I usually hear the most of. But I think I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm going to change my answer. I'm going to say yes, yes, yes.
No takebacks.
No takebacks.
That is a banger of a song. You know what? Honestly, I never really paid too much attention to it till I think hearing from you, Brent, talking about it a few years back. I'm like, I gotta re-listen to that song, and I re-listened. I'm like, God damn, that is a banger of a song. The way it builds to that big, at the end there. I'm like, God, yeah, that is a badass song. So I guess I have you to thank for reopening my eyes to it.
Hey.
I'd say for the album. I'd say for the album, yeah, for sure. Yes, the album. The other 2, I'd probably say no, because I don't know. Maybe I just don't talk to enough people outside the Kiss circles, or actually besides just you 3 guys. You know, I really talk to about it. So you all know about this song, or you had to teach me about it. So, but I'd say yes, album 2 no's, and the other 2. Great song though, banger.
I would say yes to the album, yes to history, yes to the catalog. I'm going to go 3 yeses. Totally channeling is Zeppelin. That's what I love about this. This is such a Zeppelin ripoff, tribute, whatever you want to call it. Just like power rock and roll. It's a lot of Paul's record is AM radio to me. This is FM, deep, like 102 FM, like the FM radio soundbite for the channel. The KY 102 FM goes right into the song, and it's just electrifying.
Hearing you guys talk about it, mulling it over, I'm going to give this one 3 yeses as well. It's a perfect blend of Led Zeppelin, Kiss, and Queen. It's almost got a rock opera vibe to it,
Yeah.
where
Very
it
good.
builds and builds and builds and builds, and then into the crescendo, and then it's this whole. The album tells a story if you track it right. This song alone tells its own story, and I think having Carmine Appice on it as the drummer kind of adds to that, because Paul wrote Hard Luck Woman with Rod Stewart in mind. Carmine was Rod Stewart's drummer in the 70s.
I was
So
about to ask you, where did Carmine come from? Was it
yeah,
Rod
he was in Rod Stewart, and he was in what was the other band? Cactus. They were in New York. So they kind of all like ran in that same circle, and I think Cactus actually opened for Kiss at one point. I don't know if it was just like a one-off show or whatever. Back then it was like kind of like a hodgepodge of bands on a bill. Or maybe Kiss opened for Cactus. I don't remember what it was. But I've heard Carmine on podcasts talk about this song and how much fun he had recording it with Paul. And it's so good. It builds so perfectly.
Paul just basically told him, do what you want. I mean, all those
Yeah.
fills and all that stuff at the end, that's all Carmine, just one take.
It's fucking awesome.
One take, just doing what he does.
And that shows you what a pro he is. And how much Paul trusted him to do that. Like, you're going to be on my solo album, but I know the chops that you have.
And even though Paul and Jeff Glicksman didn't work very well together, Paul was not a fan of. I think Paul's just a little bit too much of a control freak, and I think he thought after he did it a little bit, he's like, I can do this. I can produce my own album. So he just decided to do it. But Jeff Glicksman, he just came off of working with Kansas. So you hear a lot of that influence. Paul did a great job producing a lot of these songs on this album. He produced 5 of the 9 songs, and this is the only song on the first side that Paul didn't produce by himself. I don't think Take Me Away Together is one. I don't think it would have been the song it is without a Jeff Glicksman influence. I think he definitely was an influence. If he was an influence anywhere on this album, he was an influence on Take Me Away. Flipping the vinyl, and we're going to the next Kiss song that just happens to end up on Paul's album. It's All Right. And I remember even being a kid and hearing this song start and like, Rock and Roll Over, Love Gun. I mean, it's like, you pick it up and set it on those albums. A 5th track on Live 2. I mean, it's
right.
one of the side 4 tracks on Alive 2.
Yeah.
But It's All Right is just that way, just the way it kind of constructs starting up. I like that a lot of Paul's songs on his album, they just don't hit you starting off. They kind of start off with this. He gets into this real habit of kind of suspending the start. He does that with Tonight You Belong to Me. He does that with Ain't Quite Right. He does that with Wouldn't You Like to Know Me has a build. Take Me Away has a build. It's All Right has a build. Love and Chains has a build. Goodbye has a build. Like, the only songs that really kind of come out and hit you starting is like Move On, Hold Me, Touch Me a little bit, even though it has a little bit of a build. But all of his songs, they all start having that common flow of, he don't just start right off singing. He has to get somewhere first. And it's All Right. It's that the bass drum, the drums are just hitting the on the toms. And then it starts into that, and it's got that driving, that bass, that, like, I could almost hear Gene back there playing that bass line, that do 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 do. It sounds like, to me, even the it don't really have much of a solo in it, but it's even the drums sounds like Peter could have played those drums. Ace could have played that guitar. Gene could have played that bass. This could have been a Kiss song.
Yeah.
So So it to me, it is, if it is any song on this album that could have been a Kiss song actually performed by the actual members of Kiss, it could have been It's All Right. But having said all that, I still think that it's critical to the album, but maybe not really anywhere else. I mean, maybe to the catalog, but not to history. So let's say yes, yes, no.
To another, yeah, like you said, you said it all. Basically, it's a great song that very well could have been a Kiss song, and it's got that perfect sound between Dynasty and Alive too. You know, just could have been anywhere in there. But for the album, I'd say yes. I'd say no on the other two, but it is a banger, another banger. Love it. And they even used a little bit at the very end of the promo for the albums. So
Yeah.
they thought it was something, but they went another way.
I love what you said, Brant, about the other members of Kiss sounding like they played on this record, because my friend Danny got this record Christmas '79, and he didn't know that it was a solo record. He just thought Paul was on the cover. He thought like every solo record just had a different member's face on it. And so he thought there are songs that he was like, oh, that's Gene, you know, and that's Peter playing the drums. I love that.
That's
And
cool.
and Tommy, like, I'm very much with you on this. This is the one song, because I was learning to play guitar as a teenager. Like, I couldn't play Mr. Speed. It was too hard. But this song, you're like, oh, these are just chords. And it's kind of easy to sing along. And it was the one song that, like, maybe I can do this too. So very important to me on the album. So yes, there. History, I'm going to say yes, because it's just got those Paul Stanley hooks. And catalog, I'm going to say yes too. It's kind of a 3 yes for me, because it's got that Kiss vibe to it that I just think works on all 3 levels.
While I agree with that, I'm going to give it only a critical to the album, just because it didn't do anything really outside of the album. Granted, it was on the promo for the commercial for the solo albums. But yeah, it's one of this and Wouldn't You Like to Know Me, and even Move On, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the song. They're just those fun, upbeat, like, yeah, it's him telling you in song you can be somebody. Growing up I got my first guitar when I was like 8. And I took a couple of weeks of lessons and gave up because they were teaching Kumbaya and stuff. I was like, I don't want to play this. I want to play Kiss, you know? Or I want to play freaking Jimi Hendrix or something. I've never been a good lead. I can play the Detroit Rock City solo, the harmony, but like I can't really solo. I'm not a blues guitarist by any stretch of the imagination. But playing along with albums growing up, that's how I learned how to play guitar and sing at the same time. Because I had a microphone, and I didn't have a PA yet, but I had a second amp, so I plugged my mic into my amp, and then I had my guitar amp behind me, and I used my microphone amp as basically my monitor, so I could hear myself come back singing, but I could hear the guitar coming behind me. And like I remember playing these songs, and like especially like Alive 3, we talked about. I'm going off on a tangent here, but I'm gonna say it while I'm thinking about it. I think I said it on the show before when we talked about Watching You on Alive, but I remember playing Watching You and singing it, and my mom coming into my bedroom and go, I didn't know you could sing like that. And that to me gave me the most confidence that I had as a singer or a musician. And like when I started doing the Elvis thing, like my mom would have her friends come over and be like, Tommy, sing some Elvis stuff. So it's like it became like a rehearsal space for for me was my bedroom, like whether it be my mom's friends that come over and to her little parties or whatever, or my friends, and they get so tired of hearing it. But I'm like, I got to get this set list down, you know? And yeah, it was just fun. And I took that Paul Stanley mindset into that Elvis tribute career, whereas like I'm the front man. And I gotta sing these songs and I gotta play guitar on a couple. And then like, you know, Elvis would take the guitar off and spin it and then throw it to Charlie Hodge and all that stuff. Like, and my friend Jimmy, God bless him, never dropped my fucking guitar. Never. Any show, he was there for all of them. And I'd take it off and he knew spin, toss, and he caught it every single time. But yeah, I mean, back to the song. It's great. It's such a Kiss song. It really is.
And Paul, just to show that he put a good construction together on most of his songs. Paul actually is one of the few, has one of the few Kiss albums or Kiss solo albums that has a lot of bridges in it. The songs have bridges. And It's All Right has one of the best bridges in it when he goes into that, "Girl, you know, I'll be leaving in the morning. You gotta take what you can. Yeah, you know, whoa." I mean, I love that. You know, it's just awesome. Paul, when it, you know, he has several bridges in these songs where it's not just verse, chorus, solo, chorus. You know, he actually throws some bridges in, and It's All Right has a really good one. Next track number 2, Hold Me, Touch Me. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm not the biggest fan of this song, although it has grown on me over the years. It's like Rick. I know it's one of Rick's favorites, and it's AM Gold, and I think that's one of the reasons why I love just having discussions with other Kiss fans that have the same passion, because a lot of times their passions rub off on you, and your passions rub off on them, and so you kind of find yourself kind of meeting in the middle on a song.
And sometimes you rub each other off, you know.
Right? Yeah. And sometimes.
You've tossed so many softballs. I had to take one.
I know. Well, I mean, I'm letting you hit them, grab at them, grab the balls, whatever you want to do. I'm just letting you do it.
Man, the way we're angled on this thing, we could easily.
Yeah, we gotta.
You left me in the fucking trenches dodging grenades.
Here you go, Rick. But
AJ, get over here.
I still think the best part of this song is the end, and I don't mean that in a bad way. This is the one that Paul does a solo on, and it's an amazing solo. It's very melodic, and you'll know it'll be all right. It's a great solo. But I can't. Every time I hear this song, I keep hearing the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Because it's got a lot of the same tonality to it to me. But I mean, you hear a side of Paul's voice that you never, when he comes in that very low register.
Well, I know that you are sleeping.
And his voice is like silk in this song. It's like just sitting back drinking a coffee, and it's just nice and silky. Folgers. He's drinking a Folgers, you know.
Yep.
And he's swinging across the kitchen.
The best part of waking up.
This is your wake-up call. Time to reach, go for it all. Folgers stirs inside of me, and I know what I can be. The limit is the sky. Hey world, watch me fly. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
I always get that every time I hear that. When I see that commercial and I see the visual of it in my head, I don't know why it gets meshed, but in Tears Are Falling, where he grabs a hold of the vine and he's swinging across the set. Those two just get mashed up in my head, and then Here Comes Hold Me, Touch Me in the background. So, but I will say, I think it's critical to the album because they released it as a single, and since they released it as a single, then it has to be critical to the catalog and critical to history, maybe not so much. I personally think that it was a bad idea to be a single. I think they should have chose something like that was a little more Kiss theme, a little more upbeat, something people would expect from Paul, like It's All Right or Wouldn't You Like to Know Me, or something that kind of starts off and gets you from the very beginning.
Right.
I don't know. But so yes, no for me. And I really took my personal opinion of the song out of it on that one.
I'm proud of you, Brant.
Well, I'm
Did
not.
a bang up job.
And Rick's like, well, and Aaron's not, and well, I'm not.
Over time, this song just really irritates me more and more as time goes on. It's just so super sappy and so cringy to me. But I agree that the ending part is nice. That little ending, the very end, not just that because it's over, but that little solo there is pretty cool. But I do not like the idea that they released that as a single and put it in the commercial. Maybe they were trying to do that whole like Paul's the lover, the romantic lover guy, so let's put out the romantic, sweet, sappy AM gold shit song.
Feel the passion flow. His smoke.
Feel the passion
Feel
flow.
the passion flow from his love gun.
Yeah, feel the passion flow.
But yeah, it's a no across the board for me. I wish something else was there, but I'll give them points for that ending solo. It is pretty cool, but I just it's too sappy for me. I want some balls. I want Paul's balls. I mean, that sounds more like a maxi pad commercial. Come on, guys.
Oh,
yeah,
that is great.
Sorry, Rick.
I can't be mad at you because I'm still giggling at your Nintendo wrestler comment. But
he was the best.
He was.
Hot cross buns.
I absolutely love this song. I've always loved this song. And it's just like Brant said, AM gold to me. It's Paul Stanley trying to be an AM one-hit wonder that a girl that looks like Brooke Shields would like in high school on a transistor radio. And it's just beautiful in that way. Critical to the album, yes. Critical to history, yes. Capital YES, yes, because when they use this song in Attack of the Phantoms, it is the most perfect moment to be used when Melissa's tired and about to give up and getting kicked out of the park by the security guards.
Yeah.
And that track's playing, and she's like, I won't give up. I'll be back tomorrow. And that, oh gosh, melts my heart. Melts my heart. Critical to the catalog, no. But yes, no for me. Absolute. Glorious song.
Hold Me, Touch Me. I'm gonna give it 3 across the board because when I was a teenager, I hated it. I thought it was cheesy and lame and sounded like a ripoff of Greatest American Hero. Which, spoiler alert for you guys, if you're watching this, you've already heard it. But I did record, believe it or not, in Paul Stanley's voice, and I'm gonna put it at the beginning of the episode.
There you go.
Just the first verse into the chorus, because it's very hard to talk sing as Paul Stanley. But I opened it with a little stage rap. But yes, so the AM Gold part now as an adult, I love it. Same with like when I said as a teenager last month, I was like disgusted that my dad had a Bee Gees greatest hits.
Come on, Bee Gees are awesome.
And I love the Bee Gees now. And I have Saturday Night Fever. I love Saturday Night Fever. Love the whole that nostalgia and everything. Now I love this. But yes, I still every time I hear it, even today and yesterday, I still see the Folgers commercial, and it scarred me for life, but it's so bad it's good.
Yep.
So
all right. Next track, Love in Chains. Love in Chains is I like Love in Chains. It's second side. It has a whole different feel, and it kind of peters out a little bit. Even though Love in Chains comes in fire, I don't know. Never really been like the biggest fan of the song, but I still think it's critical to the album. I don't think it's critical to the catalog or critical to history. I think it's just one of those B-side deep tracks on the B. It's a B-side deep track cut. So yeah, it's a yes, no for me, dog.
I like it. It's a jamming song. It's a very Paul song. For the album, I'd say I'd give it a yes, and the other two no. I used to love playing the tune with my Paul Kiss style because I thought it was about his boots because of the chains on his boots.
Yeah,
Like, it's got to be about his boots. There's the chains on his boots. So I don't know. It's just 5-year-old dumb kid. But I like it. Good song. Good Paul song. Good album.
I
Yes.
never made that connection. Love in Chains, chains on his boots.
Chains on his boots.
That is amazing. I'm never gonna forget that now.
There you go. You're gonna hear it, and you're gonna see the doll's boots.
That's awesome. I will say, were you done? I'm sorry.
Yep. Nope.
Okay.
That's it. Yes. Yes. No. No.
I'm gonna say yes, no as well. I'm gonna sound horrible when I say this, so forgive me. These last two songs, although I love them, they have what I like to call the Van Halen 1984 curse.
Okay.
In Van Halen 1984, I never listened to Girl Gone Bad or House of Pain.
Oh. Okay.
And I don't know why. It's just like every song was so good, then I get to those two songs, and it's just kind of like, I just never listened to them. I kind of feel the same way with these songs, although I do love them and I listen to them. By the time Love in Chains hits, the album's over for me.
Okay.
Kind of like, because it's so good all the way through, and then it's just like, So,
I have that same feeling about those last two songs. That's why I said it feels like the album just kind of gives up after,
But I would say yes, no.
I'll go yes, no as well. I think it's a good song, but I think it's just a little. It's another one of those simple, fun bar chord. You could play it, you could sing it. Critical of the album. I'm frazzled. I've went through 3 devices and changed positions and everything. I can't hear myself now. I'm gonna give it critical of the album. No, yeah, just critical of the album. I was gonna change it, but no, yeah, I'm right. Yeah, it's really good, and that's all I'm gonna say. Because I'm just the last 2 months of recording has been like a nightmare. It's like I can't get comfortable. I can't position anything right. It's getting pissed off. I'm gonna cut that out, but
Understandable.
last track on the album, Goodbye. I remember as a kid, I remember thinking, it's the last track on the album, and it says goodbye. And even though he says goodbye is only for now, but I'm coming back. I was like, oh, Paul's coming back. I thought my head was like, oh no, Paul's leaving the band. Oh no, no, it's a solo albums. They're breaking up.
Yeah.
and because everybody thought, there's actually a clip that was going around. I mean, I saw it somewhere. It was somebody posted it. It was like Paul was in the radio station doing interviews, and a kid was calling.
Yeah, I
And
posted that.
yeah, and he's like, oh, we got it. Yeah, it was you posted that. Oh yeah, we got to put another album out because people think we're breaking up. It's like, and I remember being a kid during that time. Everybody thought, oh, the solo albums, oh, they're breaking up. They're not going to have another. And then there was that period of time from the end of the solo albums to Dynasty, and it was the return of Kiss. Super Kiss, return of Kiss.
Yeah.
I like Goodbye personally. Like I said, I think it's the album for it to just end the way it does is just kind of disappointing to me. But I think this, but it ends. I mean, if it's going to put a final track on an album, why not let it be a track that says goodbye? So, but I think it's just critical to the album, but not really anything else.
I agree with that. It's a good closer. It says goodbye.
Mhm.
But I don't really give up on the on the second side because they're good songs to me. So I'll listen to them. I'll listen all the way through. I'll just have to skip that Holy Touch Me. But yes, the album, and I'd say no on the other two.
Yeah, I would say yes to the album, no on the other two. Goodbye is very, very much an unmasked song to me. Almost like I want to say he was channeling. I want to say he probably wrote Goodbye and Tomorrow at the same time.
Okay.
But there you go. That's my yes, no.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it yes to the album. Great closer. Only song that could have closed it. And I'm gonna give it no to. I'm gonna give it yes to the catalog, no to History. Yes to the catalog because I think this is another one of those songs off this album that fans of Kiss overall really do enjoy this song. But it didn't do anything as far as the grand scheme of History.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a good song. I really like it.
All right. So which side is better, side A or side B? Me personally, my favorite is side A. Only song that I really kind of sleep on side A is Move On. But I feel like other than Move On, there's 4 really, really, really strong songs. If you can move on to the second side and push It's All Right up to the first side, it would be a perfect side. But even then, I say that side A is the better of the two.
Oh, 100% side A, side one, however you want to look at it. Because to me, there's only 3 songs on side 2. Sorry, Rick. But definitely hell of a side, side A for me.
Really, there's only one song on side 2, and it's all right. No, there's 2 songs on side 2. I'm sorry. I totally agree with you. Side A, very much the most important side of this record.
Yep, side A. If nothing else, for Tonight You Belong to Me and Wouldn't You Like to Know Me?
Yep.
Take Me Away and throw that on there.
All right. So most critical and least critical song. I just went by my feelings because if I would have went by what I said yes to, it would either been Move On or Hold Me, Touch Me. But I just went by most critical for me is probably Take Me Away, and least critical for me is probably Goodbye.
That's a tough one. I definitely know what my least one is. I think you all know.
Though I know that you are blue.
Sorry.
Shame on you, my friend.
It's hard. I don't know. It's hard to say what most though for me. I mean, they did move on live, and I'm gonna say for me most. I'm gonna say the first song, "Tonight You Belong to Me," because that opens the record, and that just gets you ready for the world of Paul for 38 minutes or whatever the hell it is, the run time. So yeah, I mean that's most "Tonight You Belong to Me," least "Hold Me, Touch Me."
Most for me, Take Me Away, Together as One, and least Love and Chains.
Which-
You sure now? Because you're gonna think about the boots now. You might want to change it.
All right, goodbye.
Goodbye.
I think the boot thing's gonna change your opinion, Rick.
I'm totally seeing his chains on the Alive 2 poster.
Yeah.
They're like right in your face.
Yeah.
Chain slap you.
I'm in yet another position for this. I'm gonna go "Tonight You Belong to Me" most, and I'll go. I'm gonna go "Move On."
Move
As
on.
least.
As least, just based on where it's positioned on the album.
All right. So merch.
Now, do you have to hold your hand like this for the
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
All right. Merch. Well, we'll try to get through this so we can get Tommy some ease. This
Ease
is my
his pain.
first press. It
Nice.
does have a little clip in the corner, but it has that, and it has the album. The album's in great shape.
It's a V-neck too.
Yeah, yep. It is a V-neck. I meant to point that out, but
Oh wow.
it is the hard V-neck, and I'll show in one of my other albums here. You'll see the difference, and I've got the merch form, the purple and lavender, and the poster. I keep meaning to pull these posters out and take them to a frame shop and get them like framed in just like one big frame.
That'd be cool.
Other albums I have a 45 of "Hold Me, Touch Me" that came out of a jukebox.
God, that's fucking awesome. I didn't
really
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the things we think about,
Ah,
Rick,
fuck
is
it.
like how many people played this or how many people didn't play it, but you know, it was in a
How many
jukebox.
greasy pizza fingers hit
Right.
A7?
How
There
many
you go.
greasy brick oven pizza fingers?
Greasy brick oven. Let's see. I have, and these are. I'm just going to go ahead and say that these next two are not open. This is a. This is a. This is kind of neat. This is a back to black vinyl, and it's got the German logo.
Hmm.
And it's got that back to black, but it's sealed, and I have the 180 gram and it's sealed.
You know what's fun to do with those is open them.
And this is out of the box set, and I'm gonna pull this vinyl out because this is another one of the swirls. You kind
That's
of
cool.
How does
Damn,
that?
that's fucking pretty as
I
hell.
love that.
It is really pretty. You can see all the little swirl in it. It's kind of really
Yeah.
hard to see, but it does. It's lighter. The swirl is lighter and darker. I think you see it better if I'm pull back a little bit, because that's what you see there. There's some dark spots, but if you pull back, you'll see light and dark. But yeah, it's pretty.
You got the original one for like a steal too, didn't you?
Yeah, the original album.
The first one you showed us, yeah, with the merch form and everything.
Yeah, I paid. Let's see. I think the price is on
Speaking
it
of
somewhere.
purple vinyl, does anybody have Soul Station on purple vinyl?
Oh wow!
Hmm.
Did they only print that on purple?
No, it's on black too.
Yeah, I got this for. I got the original for 20. It says $20 price tag on it.
Shit.
I got it for $20.
See, now that's fair. 25 even maybe, but
Yeah.
some of these idiots nowadays it's like crazy.
Yeah, that's well. Other than my 8-track, let me pull my 8-track out real quick and see if we got a weird track listing.
I need to get that shirt. With
Oh, they fell. They all
Uh-oh.
fell.
No,
Oh, they fell
this
out.
episode is in shambles.
It's a V-neck on that too.
Hey, look
I'm
at that.
walking around, giving a tour of my closet.
Yeah, but I didn't. I meant to show that on the album. If you look at the remake,
Yeah.
it kind of really fades out before it gets down to the V.
Wonder
So
why they
track
did that.
so track listing. Wow. Program 1, Tonight You Belong to Me. Track 2, Goodbye.
Yeah, well,
Um,
just cut to the chase.
yeah. Program 2, Wouldn't You Like
That's
to
a
Know
one night
Me?
stand right there.
Yeah. Wouldn't You Like to Know Me? Goodbye.
Yeah.
Program 2, Wouldn't You Like to Know Me? And then Take Me Away Together as 1.
Okay.
And then program 3, Move On, It's All Right, Ain't Quite Right first, first part. Then program 4, The Conclusion. Then
No.
Hold Me, Touch Me, and then Love in Chains. So that's how the tracking on the
It's so weird how they would do
8-track
that.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird how they have to track them.
And
make
break
them-
up a
make
song
them
and
fit.
shit. Ugh.
That's everything that I've got.
Only got one thing: the Paul Stanley picture disc
Oh, nice.
with nothing in there, just like the same one my Gene was, just nothing.
What year is that?
I'm not sure.
Is it a Lilith?
Here, you want to see Old Man?
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're cooking.
Says 2006. It says, holy shit! I
Nice.
didn't get it. I didn't get it in 2006. I got it probably 2016.
Nice.
Is it Lilith who makes it? I think that's who made mine.
Yeah, Lilith Limited.
Yep, that's who made my Peter.
What about your record?
Same.
Oh, okay.
Same.
Brand's got a RoboCock.
Same. All right, Rick. Let's see
I'd
it.
buy that for $1.
V-neck as well.
Nice.
I could never find a V-neck in the wild, so I had to actually hit eBay for that. Well, we've never talked about this the entire time. We've never talked about best of
The best
solo.
of. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's the German that we all know and love. Australia.
Mm.
Love that cursive
Sex.
on there.
Yeah.
And then even got the Netherlands cassette.
Ooh.
Oh, black cassette tape there.
When was that originally released? Was that released around the same time or later on?
79.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I never knew of it till just a few years ago.
Huh.
Probably.
So we talked about
Should we
this
name
earlier.
names?
We talked about this earlier. The solo buckle.
Nice.
Which, here's my gripe of the solo buckles. Paul is different than everyone else.
Yep.
Oh, what the hell? How's it different?
His face is on the other side.
Oh, they're on the other side. Okay.
Yeah. Everyone's on the left side. Paul's on the right.
Like my
Assuming
star.
that's because of the star.
Like my star.
Yeah, they could
So
if they would have flipped it, he would have been his star would
wouldn't
have been
see
on the wrong
You
side.
wouldn't see the star then. Yeah. I see what they did there now.
yeah, but you can't. It's off now when you have
They,
all four.
they should have put the other ones on the right side too then.
Yeah,
Yeah, there
there
you
you go. Now you're thinking.
Yeah,
See?
because they can flip the other ones and not mess their makeup up.
Now you're
Mhm.
working smarter. Paul Stanley pencil,
go. Nice.
Love that.
like Brandt,
Mhm.
never used.
Mhm.
Uh,
I remember Lingerfeld, the little store in the office at Lingerfeld Elementary. They sold the Kiss notebooks and the Kiss pencils.
Oh man. See?
I bought this pencil at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in the gift shop. I shit you not. They had a little section that just was
Really?
vintage rock and roll merch. And
Holy cow.
this pencil was there for $20.
Hmm.
I was like, holy crap.
I might have
That's
paid
awesome.
I might have paid a quarter for mine.
Oh, there you go.
Solo.
Mhm. Had it. See that kind of stuff. I want it back, but God, it'd probably take me
Oh,
take
geez.
me $1,000 to $2,000 to get all that stuff back.
Hold Me, Touch Me pie release.
Nice.
Purple.
Nice, so nice.
Got the puzzle?
Oh, I do. I do have the puzzle.
I mean, I know you have it, but did you have it there with you?
No, I don't. It's
That
all my
puzzles,
shit's in
man.
boxes. It's horrible.
Yeah.
The pie mask,
Yes.
Halloween mask,
That's awesome.
I love it.
and then we got the
I was waiting for this.
Halloween
Oh, man.
mask with the
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's seen better days.
Yeah, that almost looks like the vest. You know, you got the little black hair in the middle and then the
Yes.
stuff around the outside.
Tommy was having camera trouble when we talked about this. Low flow Stanley.
Just focus on the black on the inside.
That
Low flow.
looks like when I saw him on the farewell tour. He must have been having a bad wig night because it was
Flat.
there was no poof.
Yeah.
And you can't really see low flow on the
No.
Yeah, right.
But on that, yeah.
Peter and Paul are my two favorite costumes. I love the colors.
Yeah.
Peter with the yellow and then Paul with the pink and blue.
By the way, there will be a Seinfeld clip, low flow.
There you go.
I don't like the sound of that.
He's doing mine next. They're low flow, you know.
Low flow? Well, I don't like the sound of that.
Low flow.
Low flow. I don't like the sound of that.
Paul was my only puzzle that I got sealed. And
I remember that video.
Yeah.
That's like one of the, I think that's the first video I ever saw because I was just looking for Kiss collectibles just because I wanted to see them again because I had 3 of the puzzles and would always do them and I'm like, holy shit, this guy's got the Paul Stanley puzzle. And I still remember I put it together and took it apart, took it apart so many times. I still remember some of the pieces. There was like a piece where it was like his knuckle, and I remember just the pieces because I would always just put it together, take it apart, and then like, hey, this guy's got it, and then open up a whole fucking it's all for you demon rabbit hole. Like he's got a YouTube channel, he's got an Instagram account. Like this guy's pretty cool. So if it wasn't for the puzzle, I don't know if I'd ever know you, Rick.
Well, and YouTube completely erased that video because I used Raiders of the Lost Ark music in it.
Oh gosh.
They completely.
Jeez. Oh yeah, because you're making millions off of it.
Shit.
Off a movie that's made millions already.
Yeah, I keep waiting on them to go through and wipe out every single one of my videos that has in my head at the beginning of it.
Oh Jesus.
Mm.
If they would do that, it'd knock out like 80% of my catalog.
Mm-hmm. Let's hope Paul doesn't catch wind of it.
I'm disappointed now.
Yeah, I hate that mask does not come off. And I was wondering, I was starting to get a sinking suspicion that they didn't come off because I kept seeing everybody posting them, but I didn't see anybody posting any with the masks off. And I thought
Yeah.
that it would be such a cool little feature that if the mask did come off, somebody would have already posted by now.
I
And
mean,
that's kind of
it's well made. I mean, you can see like
Yeah, you can see their eyes. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just, I'm sure if you pulled hard enough, they'll come right off.
Yeah.
Well, that
Now-
goes with just about anything,
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you pull hard enough.
Now, the nose on Paul is weird. It's got a very,
Yeah.
it's
Like
got
a
a
beak.
very non-Paul Stanley nose.
Like a beak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah. Birdman.
Now the real Halloween mask, Ace and Peter are the same mold, and Gene and Paul are not.
Okay.
Little trivia for you there.
Look at that.
Ace
I
and Peter are the same mold.
didn't
I
know
did
that.
not know that.
See?
But now that you say it, I can see it.
Mm-hmm. It's wild stuff. It's weird, wild stuff.
Weird,
Wild
wild
stuff.
stuff.
Wild stuff.
Now, Brand, did you ever have the Paul costume? I know you had Peter, right?
I only had the Peter costume. I never had the other three.
Hey, Aaron, did you have any of
my
the
sister had
costumes?
Ace.
I know I had one. I don't remember what it was though. I think it may have been Paul, but I do remember whichever one I had. It wasn't Gene, but I kept sticking my tongue out of it like Gene, like the little, and cutting my tongue up.
Cutting your tongue all up. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, they sold the masks separately, and I think those were the hairless mask, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering because I've actually seen the mask without the hair, and I was wondering if that was something that was different.
I'm pretty sure mine had hair, but I want to say I even had like some weird knockoff ones that were Kiss like, but it wasn't like them Australian looking ones. But I don't think it was the Australian one, obviously. But
Well, no, there's a Ben Cooper vampire mask that's almost exactly Gene.
I may have had that too.
There's
but
a white and a green version.
But I'm pretty sure I had one of these. I just don't know what it was because I do remember that thing splitting within like an hour. My fat ass trying to sit down in it. It's just a piece of vinyl.
As an adult, as an adult in a fucking 4T costume.
Well,
Now,
and
I will say another thing. Pop House or whoever, Spirit Halloween store, a couple years ago when they redid the Star Wars costumes, like as an adult, good Lord, do these. And you would.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Finance the whole year.
I don't know what it was about this year, but we went into the Spirit Halloween when it first opened. It was still like back in early September.
Right.
And we didn't even expect it to be open. And we walked in and they were just like starting to put stuff out. And they had, at least in the one in our area, they had a whole corner that was like all the vintage type mask, the plastic mask. I was showing this one. It was like, remember the plastic like demon mask that had the little horns and they just had that very 70s look to them with the little mustaches and stuff,
cool.
and the little chin, the beard on the chin. And
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I remember my mom used to dress me and my brother like this all the time with the little plastic pitchforks. And I'm like, these look exactly like, I've got pictures of me in masks that look just like this. So, man, if Pop House could they own it. Why not redo it? Like I said, even if they don't do the whole costume, just the little plastic masks with the rubber band and everything. So is that everybody's stuff? Because we got a trivia question before we close out. This one's easy. Who played drums on "Take Me Away"? Answer down in the comments.
Yeah.
Is the giveaway next month?
Giveaway will be next month. I'm gonna have to find some time to go through all these videos and compile a list and get a wheel set up and do all that, but I will get it done.
If you need help looking through some of the comments on videos, just ping me offline. Let me know.
Alrighty, will do. Reintroductions and take her home.
Brant in my head channel, YouTube and Instagram, and come hang out sometime. I have over 500 videos in the back catalog, and I put videos out as I can these days. So yeah, come hang out.
AJ, AJ's Happy Fun Time channel. AJ underscore Zetro, whatever the fuck Instagram. I'm here. I'm there. Whatever.
You're everywhere.
Yeah.
It's so hard. It's so hard to follow Aaron's intros.
Yeah, just come, give myself.
You guys.
I'm Rick.
guys
And it's all for you, Demon, on YouTube and Instagram.
And I'm Tommy. Follow the show at Critical Kiss 1. Make sure you like this video, subscribe. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties the last couple of months. If there's any audio issues, I don't know where it's coming from. Everything is off, so I don't know where the static is coming from. I don't even know if it's mine, if it will even make the video. But thanks for bearing with us. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks for supporting the show. Buy the merch. Follow these guys. Subscribe to the channels. Follow us on Instagram. Next month, Dynasty, baby. Maybe a little Kissmas special.
There you go.
I was gonna say you should. You remember when you guys made those shirts for every
Yeah.
episode? I think you need to do a Christmas.
There's definitely going to be a Dynasty shirt. Yeah. This one I might put a little more effort into it for Dynasty.
Dynasty, baby.
Right. So next month, December, it's a Merry Kissmas with Dynasty. And until then, we'll see you real soon, people.
Give yourselves a round of applause. Let's go.
Happy Thanksgiving,
let's
everybody.
go.